Hi, so I'm back home, and apparently no one else is home, which is good. It's really interesting to feel the energy here and the difference in energy, and well, my time away has made me more sensitive to what it actually feels here, and uh, this will now help me to establish clearer boundaries. For example, it was a bit disheartening to see that, like, I've put lots of work and also all my financial reserves into the garden, and most of that's gone now, and gone to gone like a lot of the biomass is now has gone into the bin. And before that, I struggled because I was lacking often some very basic tools, and especially I mean, if you wanna have a good garden, you need compost, you need biomass, you need something like a not really a wood chipper, but like the small version, like a shredder or something, so you can chip the the branches, and like when you cut branches from trees and shrubs and so on, and I couldn't do all of this because I was lacking that, and there wasn't even a spade here, and so on, and now of course someone was called in to do these things, and yeah, now it's all gone to the recycling bin, which is really quite a waste because yeah, it's you cannot buy any fertilizer or organic material or compost that's as good as your um, as the trimmings you cut, and everything that if you compost it, or you use it to mulch things. And actually I bought a lot of mulch and stuff like that, and that's been that went into the recycling as well. So but that's a good lesson to be more aware of my priorities and boundaries, and I can see now that it's actually really important that first of all I have to care about that I'm fed myself, that I'm able to feed myself, to get groceries, um, and to take care of myself, my body, and my room, and only then take care of other areas of the house and of the cats and people's house plants and the garden. And I mean, I there's a number of things in the garden that I planted for myself, but a lot of that has gone as well, because of course they didn't know. Uh, yeah, they couldn't differentiate between what was planted or not, or didn't look that way, whatever. But now it's late August anyway, so that's not really prime gardening time anymore, or not really the time where you start a lot of things. So that's a good time to reassess my priorities, and now, for example, right now my priority is to rest, and then to go and get groceries. Um, so I'll have something to eat, and then just take care of my stuff, and then rest again. And put less energy into dealing with the rest of the house and interacting with the rest of the people. So I can see much clearer boundaries right now because it's I can more palpably feel the difference between myself and the other people who live here. And I mean, I actually knew that at first because I was kind of invited to live here if a room would be available at some time last year, but there was no room back then, and I don't think I would have taken it because I just feel that difference in vibration, if you will, or in priorities in lifestyle. But then again, there's some way you have to make do, and it's not about the other people in anything. It's about me. Getting my priorities right and straight, and just first caring about myself, and if there's energy left, then dealing with other things. And previously, what it's been like is, I was using lots of medication to keep up with many things, and taking care of myself basically came last. It was more about being able to function in a way that I could keep those projects going. Because of course I'd love to take care of the garden according to my principles, because as I said, I see whole bins full of organic material, which is like the gardener's gold, and they'll get thrown away and not be composted, and that's really that's, I mean, it's literally throwing money away in a way, and in some cases, because as I said, there's stuff I bought to for example, to mulch plants and so on. But enough about the garden. So that's my I had that thought before I came here, but it's much more apparent right now as I've come back. So right now I see if I can just calm down enough to make the trip to the supermarket. It's not very far. But I feel very very much in need of rest and regeneration. Wherever I am, it's always this kind of problem. But it's a good teaching. it's a way life teaches me how to actually take care of myself and deal with myself. And in a way, it's been a kind of strange kind of pattern of entanglement, where you do stuff for other people expecting, or at least subconsciously expecting them to kind of take care of you as well. Not necessarily, but at least maybe hoping you feel more accepted, and then people will always typecast you as in a certain role. So since I like gardening, that became more of my role, so I started doing more and more of that, to the detriment of like every other facet of my life, which which didn't end well. I mean, I brought lots of problems from the place I lived before, and I guess that's what brought me to the hospital in the end. But yeah, there are quite some challenges here as well. Yeah, so now I'm well, may I be really, I it's my wish to myself is that I be really focused on having food ready, feeding myself, taking care of my mind and my body really well, and my things, my room, going for walks, and taking plenty of time to rest, and resting in an efficient, yeah, it's weird to say, like efficient and rest doesn't really go together well. That's just a rusty nail that's been lying around here in the balcony all the time. Yeah, for example, so this is my cloth drying rack, which I bought on Amazon, and some parts of it are missing, and I still haven't written an email to actually ask them to send me those. So that's all one of many things I've just neglected, trying to take care of other things. Yeah, so I just said, like, going for walks. I haven't done that yet because there was always something to do in the garden, but it feels like that should be more of a priority before I do anything in the garden, especially when it becomes yeah, that's no need to go into all the details and everything. I mean, that's for myself. This recording is for myself too, obviously, but yeah, I think I've said basically what I wanted to say, or yeah, I didn't even really know. Yeah, I mean, I had those thoughts before I switched on the camera. I'm really curious how how well everything's gonna work out, and then it's helpful that now I'm on less of my medication, though I was hoping for a better regimen of medication, and that's not really what I got in the hospital. But still, it's much less of this up and down, and allows me to keep my mind more focused on what's more important in the here and now. I mean, I know this difference now, right now, to other videos I've recorded here, though I'm not sure if I when I started doing journal entries, like a video journal, whether it was here or whether it was in the hospital. I think it was only after I was admitted to the hospital. Good. I'm in a really interesting mood. I had become very accustomed to, like, for example, in this situation right now, where I still want to go and buy groceries. I wanted to go to the pharmacy as well, but I guess it will close before. I mean, what's the time actually? Well, it's 5, yeah, and it closes at 6. So don't think I'll make it, but there's nothing so terribly important I need to get from there. I had grown very accustomed to, so that in a situation right now I might have taken more medication to allow my body to do that, because right now I can also just lay back and it's very interesting reaction from the energies in my body when I said this and was thinking of this. When I said I was about to say I cannot just lay back and would be and relax and the energy would come. So maybe I can. I don't know. I wanna maybe play on my drum for a while. I've got more drums here, better sounding ones. It's good to keep doing this video diary. These did I say this or these entries, whatever. It's almost 20 minutes. I'll stop at 20. Yeah, I feel kind of good about myself. More centered, and yeah, it's also I can pat myself on the back. I mean, metaphorically, I don't like being patted on the back, but for actually making the decision to leave the hospital and come here, even though everybody was telling me it's not the right thing to do, and even today that they told me again. So just to go with my own feelings about what is what, and just to slow down which means I need to let go of things like for example the garden. Might be that in the time to come I'll just be preoccupied with myself. I mean, only quote unquote only with myself. It's I mean, everybody of us really deserves to take the utmost care of themselves, because we are the most important things we have, and so that should be the main priority for anybody anyway. I mean, it's never wasted. It's the better you take care of yourself, it just creates ripples where it will benefit other people in just on many levels, in many ways. A lot of people feel bad about it, or like in my case, I don't consciously feel bad about it, but I kind of feel drawn to, yeah, kind of acting this rational conceptualization where you think, okay, I'll if I do more projects in the outside world, that will lift up my mood and lift up my spirits and help me when it's not really like this. It's always from the inside out. So first I take time to rest, then I see what needs to be done next, and yeah, so the next so now I hereby a really repeat my commitment to taking care and prioritizing what benefits me and my body the most, which will be food. So I'll either do what just feels good to me and comes to me naturally, but and where I have the energy to do it, so that I don't slip back into the pattern where I would take more of my medication to get something done that I like doing, and it makes you more misaligned, or like less focused, and less you just lose your you just don't have the right perspective any longer. So that we yeah so things I like doing, or food, that's what it's about right now. And so I'll start with things that I like doing, and play on the drum for a while, I guess, and then maybe rest and drink some water, and at some point go down and get some food, and then we'll see, just taking everything very slowly, and that sounds quite good. Yeah, I guess I can just end on this note. If anybody's watching, hi, uh, nice to see you, and see you again. Have a great day. Bye.